So, question is, how do we get from point A of the big things that you know and the new big things, well, the things that are really only imaginary things in my head, other than my Bible, but that's not the point. How do we get from point A to point B? Now that depends on where you are on the space-time continuum. 5 years ago, my plan was to take you guys out from the top to the bottom. When we identified the bite in Steve Jobs' eye, we took a bite out of Steve Jobs' eye. Bill Gates. The Gates killed the Jobs. And then poor Billy Gates, he couldn't build the monopoly he wanted. He couldn't build the monopoly that he really could have built in his mind. And Steve Jobs was too worried about short-term profits to think long-term, to owning the whole world. But that's not the point. See, that was the original sin. We killed the computer with our own monopoly practices and our own bad practicing, our own bad technology. And so the Gates killed the Jobs. All of them, the Gates killed the Jobs. But so, that's part of the story. But the other part of the story is, what do you do when you're Bill Gates rich? And you can ask the same thing about his friend Warren Buffett. What do you do? They both did the same. They gave all back but $1 billion. And then I knew I had them surrounded by their own plan. All the foundations are already owned by a higher mind. And they're owned by their own mission statement to get the best deal for all the people on Earth, or whoever they're for, which is usually the people on Earth. And then all the guys without the capital, well, see, we're going to call it in. We're going to say, guess what? You can run the world with us. You can be kings and queens of Earth, starving founders of Earth. But all of you guys that have more than $1 billion, you stop at $1 billion. We're going to stop everybody at billionaires. Now, most of you don't know what to do with $1 billion, and you're going to put it back in the pot. You're going to have control because you're going to vote your dollars. Yes, people will vote their own dollars because they'll have a stake in the world. But the guys that give billions and billions of dollars, I want them voting their dollars. I want their minds on our team. You see, I want all the minds, from the dark to the light. All the minds switched over and switch the light, and on one lifetime team. And see, we own our own black markets and our own white. We can get rid of the gray and me. Truth, very black and white and blue all over. So is that the point? What's the point of this discussion? Or how do we do it? Well, now, that's how we should have done it, from the mind to the top, down, and we would have bought out your news channels, and we would have bought out your mind, and actually, we would have owned your horizontal and your vertical. See, the top minds would have been merged with the CIAs of other lands, and other studies, and other pops of other churches. All of them would be of one mind. They'd be under my command in the movie. Well, not really my command, it's their command. Once they take my plan to have a command of all of us over the concept anyway, and connect us all in one mind. And that's interesting too. But here's the point. It's not too late to do it. There's many ways to do it. If you guys haven't seen me for this long, well, then you would just gotta wonder if you're ever gonna catch anybody trying to blow you up like a sauna if you can't find me reporting myself for 5 freaking years. Anyway, that's part of the point of your emergency broadcasting system. The point is, we can now choose. People can choose and say, hey, buy ourselves out of the misery. Let's buy out our bankrupt banks. Let's buy our oil, our coal, buy it all. And when it's all in one pot, people may choose different choices. Why not use better power and keep our coal and oil and dirty fuel in the ground? If we own it all, why would we burn down and destroy our last rainforests? Why would we not cherish our priceless land that in your reality we can't afford, and in my reality we can't afford to keep destroying? How could that be the best stuff of the capitalist cause? The thing is this. Who among you is planting beyond 5 years? Let alone the 19 to 99. Because when you plant the 99, you open up 999 years of planning. Who among you has a plan even to live half of 99? Half of 99. I give you guys till 2045, maybe 2050 or 60, maybe. And then you can't read medical progress. Are pretty cracked out by then. Some of you might be, well, still in the prime of your life, if you had one to go beyond. But see, you don't have a life if we keep choosing to kill each other and war all over, because it's simply the choice of owning ourselves and our people together as one tribe and one family, or continuing war in all its forms, and today it's called currency. Well, there's currencies. And I admit it twice with currency out of your head. Because here's the thing. If you can click on a little Google search and Google makes money, what happens when you start making money from clicking on that search? What happens when we start paying you to learn? What happens when you get... What happens when education starts mattering and we pay people for the knowledge rather than sucking it out for almost free? Anyway, we should be able to suck it out and we should be able to pay for it. And the more incomes we create, the more our top line grows and the more we can build, because it all starts with the top line and that's income. And you can't drive yourself to a jobless tax nation. You can't drive yourselves to prosperity like that. It takes profits. And prophets have come out with bright minds. That's my story. I'm sticking to it. Can anybody refute my story? Why would you try? I'd love to hear you try to refute the story of the future of us when we buy ourselves together a new future of one human mind of all humanity under one God. One community, one communion. And our minds. The minds of capitalism. The communion is communism. Under the soul of our intelligent design. Prove me wrong! Because the only way to prove me wrong is to prove that it cannot be